John chapter 6 verses 35 says this. Jesus replied, I am the bread of life. Whoever comes to me will never be hungry again. Whoever believes in me will never be thirsty again. Just to be clear, he's not saying, if you believe in me, like, don't ever eat food ever again. Like, don't ever eat your Chipotle again. Don't ever eat your Wingstop ever again. Because then you will eventually die if you don't eat food. So that's not what he means. I'm going to show you what he means though. So whenever I read this verse, I imagine Jesus saying, I know you're hungry. I mean, he's saying, I know you're hungry, and he's saying, here's the problem. You see, the problem is that you're starving because you're only eating on Sundays. He's saying, here's the problem. You see, you're starving because you're only eating on Saturdays. He's saying, here's the problem. You're starving because you're only eating in religion class. Now I'm going to read that verse again, so listen closely. It says, Jesus replied, I am the bread of life. Whoever comes to me will never be hungry again. And I'm going to pause right there before I go into the rest of the verse. Because Jesus is saying, like, bro, I am that source of food. I am that Chipotle. I am that Wingstop. I am that thing that you need so that you don't starve. And if you're only getting a little hint of what I'm really like, if you're only getting a little taste, a little nibble of what I'm like once a week, then you won't be able to survive. He says, I am the bread of life. He's the way to life. He's the source to life. He's the bread to life. And I don't know about y'all, but I can't eat once a week. I can't eat once a month. I can't eat once a day. We need Jesus throughout our entire day. Every single second, every single moment of our life needs to be filled with Jesus. Every moment that you get, every opportunity, you need to be seeking for ways on how you can serve other people, on how you can show the love of Jesus, because Jesus is the bread of life. And you can't go around doing that, and you can't go around having that mindset if you're only getting a source of him, getting a little taste of him once a week. It's just not possible. Like, people sometimes ask me, like, how do I just get that little special connection with God? How do I get to just, like, receive his miracles, you know? Like, how do I just grow closer to him? And you see, the answer to that question is faith and dedication. And when I say dedication, I mean, that doesn't mean you go to him whenever you feel like it. That means you go to him whenever you feel like it and whenever you don't feel like it. Having faith that the decision that you made to go to him whenever you didn't feel like it was the right decision. And I'm telling you right now, 10 times out of 10, going to Christ whenever you don't feel like it is always the better decision. And some of us are like, okay, but like, what does that look like in my day-to-day life? Like, how do I just find that, like, source of him throughout my entire life? And, you know, we may not always be equipped with the Bible at the moment, or equipped with someone who knows a lot about the Bible, but I can tell you this for sure. The next time that you feel like that you just want to cuss someone out, the next time you feel like just blurting out something random, the next time that you get those thoughts of anger built in you, those thoughts that you just feel like you just want to slap someone across the face or punch them right in the nose, whenever you feel those moments come to you in your life, you need to vanish away from the crowds, vanish away from all the traps of the devil that he's trying to pull you into, and you find the space of your own and give thanks to the Lord. You give thanks to him for pulling you out of that situation that you know is not going to lead you to heaven but to hell. And you give thanks. And you know, the more that you get to know Christ, the easier that these things will be able to do. That's why it's important that we don't go to him only once a week, but that we go to him multiple times throughout our day. The more you eat the bread of life, the easier life will ultimately be for you.